Welcome you all to the Daily Crypto News channel. We are committed to bringing a minimum of one video per day informing you about what's happening in the crypto space daily. We encourage you to comment on us so that it will help us to put more quality videos as you like us to do. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular notifications when we post new videos. With cheers, Maithari. Bitcoin is to see a boom in adoption and break the 10% level by 2030. Blockware's report compares Bitcoin adoption to the historical data of other technologies and concludes that Bitcoin adoption has not yet reached its exponential growth phase. Bitcoin, BTC, is at the very early stages of its adoption, and data indicates that it will enter its exponential growth phase and break past 10% adoption in the year 2030, according to blockchain infrastructure and Bitcoin mining company Blockware Solutions User Adoption Report. The report compares Bitcoin's current adoption rate to other technologies' historical data and notes that, based on Bitcoin's short history and its current location on the expected adoption chart, the expected increase in adoption may come even faster than other historical examples. The S-curve. An S-curve graph emerges when the historical adoption rates from disruptive technologies such as automobiles, landlines, tablets, cellular and smartphones, radio, electric, internet, and social media are summarized together. Innovators who create the first 2.5 adoption rate are entrepreneurs looking for the next best investment. The early adopters, according to the report, are these are highly open-minded individuals who have direct or indirect connections with the innovators. Early adopters often face intense scrutiny and pushback from outsiders. The late majority stage is reached when the technology becomes mainstream and is used in everyday objects. The last 10%, laggards, refer to those who have been reluctant or in a position that made them unable to accept the new technology. When these individuals or entities also integrate the technology in question, the S-curve reaches its peak. Even though the stages of adoption rates are the same for all disruptive technologies, the speed of going through this cycle increases in time, the report also concludes. For example, it took landline technology 40 years to reach the late majority stage, while the internet did it in 10 years. Where is Bitcoin? In an effort to quantify the Bitcoin adoption rate properly, the report takes the number of new entities that ever appear in a transaction and their net growth into account. When it is compared to the global population, the report estimates the current Bitcoin adoption rate as 0.36%. In terms of speed of adoption, the resulting chart appears as above. While staying relatively stagnant from 2009 to 2015, the adoption accelerates exponentially starting in 2016. The chart above appears when the current Bitcoin adoption rate is placed on Bitcoin's expected S-curve adoption chart. Although the report states that the current Bitcoin community behaves like the early adoption group, there are still 4 more phases to go for Bitcoin's global adoption. The report used a 10-year compounded annual growth rate, CAGR, of the unique users on the Bitcoin network, which it estimates to be 30.8 million, and then divided it by the expected global population each year to convert the raw number of users to a percentage of the population in order to forecast the growth period from the current state of adoption up to 10% adoption. Blockware states that it is using this CAGR up to the 10% threshold because data of past technology adoption curves is unavailable before they reach this approximate threshold. As adoption follows its estimated S-curve, Bitcoin supply will diminish due to the halvings in its code, the report states. As a result, while the adoption rate reaches the stage where Bitcoin becomes mainstream and is used in everyday life, its supply will reach its maximum level. The adoption rate, and therefore the demand, will continue to increase in the upcoming years while the supply does not change. Decentralized Autonomous Organization statistics show $10 billion is held by DAO treasuries. During the early years of the cryptocurrency space, decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, and smart contracts were discussed in theory. Nowadays, many people consider the DAO, launched in 2016 by members of the SLOCK.IT development team, to be the first smart contract-based DAO. In 2022, there's a lot more DAOs, as statistics show that $10 billion is held by DAO treasuries. Thousands of DAOs, $10 billion held in treasuries, 1.7 million governance token holders. Well before the concepts were introduced, smart contracts and decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, came to the imagination of a few legendary cryptographers. Following Satoshi Nakamoto's great invention, blockchain technology coupled with smart contracts opened the doors for decentralized organizations. In 2016, Ethereum developers and members of the SLOCK.IT team created what many refer to and cite as the first decentralized autonomous organization. After Stefan Tuel, Simon Jensk, and Christoph Jensk announced the DAO, the project managed to raise $150 million from the tokens sold. However, due to vulnerabilities in its code base, the DAO was hacked and the attacker managed to siphon millions of dollars in Ethereum ETH. This is an issue that affects the DAO specifically. Ethereum itself is perfectly safe, Vitalik Buterin said in June 2016. The DAO attack did not stop the creation of DAOs, as a report published in September 2021 by Consensus recorded 978,000 DAO members. Current projects include many that focus solely on token services, governance, treasury management, risk management, growth, community, operations, and development for DAOs, the Consensus report details. Academic paper on DAOs says concept may introduce a new era in organizational economics. Statistics from the analytical web portal DeepDAO.io shows there is $10 billion in value held by the top decentralized autonomous organizations today in terms of treasury holdings. $7.1 billion is liquid and $2.9 billion is currently vested, according to metrics at the time of writing. Out of the top DAOs, there are 1.7 million governance token holders and 669,000 active voters and proposal makers. Uniswap's DAO has the largest treasury at the time of writing, with $2.2 billion, and Gnosis is the second largest with $1.5 billion. Uniswap also has the largest number of governance token holders with 332,900 recorded today. In terms of governance token holder numbers, Uniswap is followed by Decentraland, Compound, ENS, Aave, and Synthetics. Below Uniswap's and Gnosis's treasury holdings are BitDAO, $1.3 billion, Polkadot, $441.9 million, and UXT Protocol, $406.9 million. Out of the top DAOs, there are 1.7 million governance token holders and 669,000 active voters and proposal makers. Uniswap's DAO has the largest treasury at the time of writing, with $2.2 billion, and Gnosis is the second largest with $1.5 billion. Uniswap also has the largest number of governance token holders with 332,900 recorded today. In terms of governance token holder numbers, Uniswap is followed by Decentraland, Compound, ENS, Aave, and Synthetics. Below Uniswap's and Gnosis's treasury holdings are BitDAO, $1.3 billion, Polkadot, $441.9 million, and UXT Protocol, $406.9 million. The top three DAOs today, in terms of treasury size, hold multiple tokens while Polkadot's DAO only holds UXT Protocol leverages 5 different cryptos in the treasury, including the project's algorithmic stablecoin based on the Solana blockchain. Out of Uniswap's 332,900 governance token holders, DeepDAO.io statistics indicate there are only 8,400 active members. Metrics show Gnosis has 17,700 governance token holders but only 1,500 active members. Uniswap has 83 governance proposals, Gnosis has 43 proposals, and BitDAO currently has 10 proposals users can vote on. PancakeSwap and Decentraland have the most proposals as PancakeSwap has 3,300 and the Metaverse project Decentraland has 1,200 governance proposals on the table. DAOs are most definitely a reality now, but there's a whole lot of debate on how decentralized and autonomous they really are. Despite some setbacks, an academic paper on DAOs says that overall, DAOs may introduce a new era in organizational economics, transforming the global corporate landscape from hierarchical organizations to democratic and distributed organizations powered by organizational entrepreneurship and innovations. What do you think about the thousands of DAOs today and the $10 billion held by DAO treasuries? Let us know what you think about this subject in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular notifications when we post a new video.